And, all these people that are deconstructing, and yet they're also deconverting, right? Not only are they deconstructing, they're deconverting. And, that's something we can bring into this program. And we're getting the sun to set over there, guys. I'm going to have it equally in my eyes soon. But anyway, they were having an undeniable experience in the Holy Spirit in this show. It gripped me because I was taught under someone that was a great preacher over in London. His name was Dr. Martin Lloyd Jones. Now, he was a penal substitution expositor, okay, but he hit dead center on some truths in Romans, okay, and he brought forth the security of the believer. But one thing he brought forth very clear is Christianity is not something that you take up. It takes you up. Grace is not something that you get. Grace gets you. It's not something that you read. It reads you. And so the believer or the Christian is a Christian not because he just read the Sermon of the Mount and it was all flowery and he was, oh, these are just the most beautiful words that I've ever read, and that's why I'm attracted to the gospel. No, it was something that grips the heart out of nowhere and never lets go. And we can talk about that fourth point of Calvinism. You have the total inability. You have unconditional election. We believe in that. Then they have limited atonement. There's not a lot of limited atonement guys out there anymore. But the fourth point is irresistible grace. What is that? That means that you who were dead in trespasses and in sins has he made alive. What does irresistible grace mean? It's out of Acts when it says, in whose heart the Lord opened. Lydia, remember? In whose heart the Lord opened. And what was happening when you looked at this visual of the Jesus revolution, you just saw thousands of hippies in whom the Lord opened their hearts, like instantly. It's not something they were looking for. In fact, they were avoiding it. How's that, everybody? Everything, if you listen to Keith Green, if you listen to even Greg Laurie, they were running from Christ. They were looking for every guru out there, but when they went to the gurus, guess what you hear from the guru? And just like Jesus, everyone was mentioning Jesus Christ. And then they even, when Ram Dass went off to India, they had a guru out there, and one of the hippie boys, he comes up, they go, ask him how to meditate. And they went, and they said they were real apprehensive and nervous to ask this, to bother their guru. And he go up and they go, hey, how do you meditate? And he said, he got a big tear in his eye and just fell down his face. And he says, the way Christ, you meditate like Jesus meditated. That's how you meditate. He went back to the group. The group says, he says, what did he tell you? He said to meditate like Jesus meditated. He goes, and how did Jesus meditate? Oh, I didn't ask him that. He runs back. And he says, and how did Jesus meditate? Tear still there, coming down. He lost himself in love. He just closed his eyes and lost himself in the love. Wow.
Oh, that's so
and
beautiful.
This one man who was Jewish, he says, here I'm a Jewish kid. I come all the way out to India to hear him tell me to meditate like Christ. But what I'm saying is, Keith Green's testimony is everywhere he went, same thing happened. They kept mentioning Jesus. And he thought, why am I going to these gurus? they're all mentioning Jesus. I'm just going straight to the top dog. And that's kind of what happened, I think, in the Jesus Revolution. I think they were trying a lot of these different things, and that was their testimony. And it couldn't be Jesus, you know. And it ended up being Jesus for them.